We are the calm,
the storm,
the whimsy,
and you're listening to Rooted, the podcast where we dive deep into stories, teachings, and insights that help us grow stronger from the inside out.
Each episode will explore different books, studies, and perspectives that nourish our minds and hearts, grounding us in purpose and truth.
Whether you're new to your journey of faith or looking to deepen your understanding, we're here to encourage, challenge, and inspire you to stay rooted in what truly matters.
In the upcoming weeks, we will be diving into the book of Esther. In a world filled with upheaval, trials, and trouble of various kinds, you might find yourself asking, God, where are you? If that's you, then perhaps the story of Esther is for such a time as this.
Join us as we explore how God is always working behind the scenes, even when we don't see him. Learn to recognize his miracles, big and small, and discover how his presence and purpose unfold in the most unexpected moments.
Come and see how, just like Esther, you too can trust that God's plan is at work, even in the midst of chaos.
Okay, we're on day 3 of week 1. So we're just going to start with everybody's favorite part.
Okay, you guys ready for this reality show episode?
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is.
If this was happening today, this would be like all over Facebook. Like, it would be everywhere. Like, every social media outlet would be plastering all this stuff all over the place.
It's true.
It's true. It's kind of crazy.
I repeatedly said to my husband today, Isaa's right. The Bible is unhinged.
Well, I got Liza the book to do this, and I'm like,
maybe
maybe it's just sell that copy on Marketplace.
Women paraded around.
I wasn't even thinking, because like she wanted to do a study, and I'm like, well, you can just do Esther with us, and I'm like, whoa.
Wow, and see, that's the funny thing, because you're like, okay, study the Bible.
Yeah, well.
And then you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you should do that at 14.
Yeah, let me tell you what books to study in the Bible.
Definitely not.
Stay away from
Song
Esther.
Of songs.
Mm-hmm. All no-nos. All right, I will start. After these things, when the anger of King Ahasuerus had abated, he remembered Vashti and what she had done and what had been decreed against her. Then the king's young men who attended him said, "Let beautiful young virgins be sought out for the king. And let the king appoint officers in all the provinces of his kingdom to gather all the beautiful young virgins to the harem in Susa the citadel, under custody of Hegai," I don't know if that's how you say his name, "the king's eunuch, who is in charge of the women. Let their cosmetics be given them, and let the young women who pleases..." Stop huffing and puffing while I read the Bible. "And let the young women who pleases the king be queen instead of Vashti. This pleased the king, and he did so." Are you going to be able to read, Kelly?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm fuming over here, but I can.
All right, go ahead.
Go. Now there was a Jew in Susa, the citadel, whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jar, son of Shammai, son of Kish, son of Benjite, who had been carried away from Jerusalem among the captives, carried away with Jeconiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away. Sorry, these are crazy. He was bringing up, really, guys, Hadassah.
Just say it fast, like you said.
That is Esther, the daughter of his uncle, for she had neither father nor mother. The young woman had a beautiful figure and was lovely to look at. And when her father and mother died, Mordecai took her as his own daughter.
Okay, go ahead, Crystal.
I've been cut off.
So when the king's order and his edict were proclaimed, and when many young women were gathered in Susa, the citadel, in custody of Hegai, Esther also was taken into the king's palace and put into custody of Hegai, who had charge of the women. And the young woman pleased him and won his favor, and he quickly provided her with her cosmetics and her portion of food, and with 7 chosen young women from the king's palace, and advanced her and her young women to the best place in the harem. Esther had not made known her people or kindred, for Mordecai had commanded her not to make it known. And every day Mordecai walked in front of the court of the harem to learn how Esther was and what was happening to her.
Let it out, Kelly.
I just really...
Observations first.
Makeup. That's the observation. So much freaking makeup. Why do they want to put all this makeup on them all the time? Like, they're pretty already. And why do they have to be virgins? Like, what does it matter? He's not a virgin, clearly.
It's true.
I mean, what is the double standard here? Why?
Yeah.
Sorry. I just don't even know.
So I put... Oh, that's the wrong day. I'm glad I didn't say that yet. I wrote, they want to make the big baby happy. That was my first observation.
I thought you were going to say they want to make the big baby.
No, the big baby. I'm calling the king a big baby.
Wow. Okay, yes.
What other observations?
I just put that he was no longer angry. So he's not angry. He's in satisfied mode, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look for the virgins that are out there. So gather them up. So I do have the cosmetics and the beauty, young women.
And food.
Always food.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like their thing. That's cultural.
I wrote that Mordecai adopted Esther and that she had no father or mother.
I also have that Mordecai was from Jerusalem, which is actually Judah. Like, that's where he was exiled from. So he was in a foreign land.
Any other observations you want to share other than your anger about makeup?
I don't know, but I have a lot of stuff about eunuchs on here again.
Oh
my goodness.
I just think I had to dig a little deeper into it, the whole thing.
Okay, so your observations were eunuchs again?
They're still eunuchs.
Okay.
I just...
Don't interpret yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I have a lot about that. But
Okay.
then I wrote about the Hegai was a palace official.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a royal position.
I put that the women went into his custody.
Because they did when they went to the harem.
Yeah.
They were under his control and custody.
So then he was a eunuch as well.
Yes.
Okay.
He was.
I mean, you can't be around the women.
Right. Only
have
for
a
the
pair.
king.
And have a pair.
Put here that Esther was chosen along with 7 other women, that she was advanced to the best harem. So like she was part of that. And then she was Jewish.
I also circled 7. But there were 7 young women.
7 young women.
7 what?
Young women. The number 7. And Esther didn't make known her people.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wrote that Mordecai kept checking on her.
And that there was favor found in her.
Mm-hmm.
I did a little bit of history because I was like, I need to know like timeline. Like, was Esther an exiled Jew or was she born in Persia? Mm-hmm. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't really like say, but like historical timelines would say that she was born under Darius the First, which is, how do you pronounce this king's name? Ahasuerus. His father. And she was born in Persia, not as like, but her family was exiled to Persia.
Do we have any idea how old she is when all this is going on?
So it said like between 14 and 20.
Yeah, I saw that she had to have been culturally old enough to marry.
Mm-hmm.
But it says she was young.
Yeah, so it doesn't say like specifically, and it doesn't give a birth year. Like I even looked, I'm like, where
I looked too.
Where was she born? You know, and it just gave like time frames of between, and it didn't really say. And then it said that, like, I did a little bit more research that I can never say his name. What is his name?
It's like Lazarus with an A. Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus.
That's what
Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus.
Okay. That back in the first chapter, when it talked about his 3rd year of reign, when Vashti was removed, that was when he was like at the height of his power. So like he had gotten this kingdom from his father and like all of these things. So he was like at the height of that.
Yeah.
And right now he's like just in that middle ground of like not great, not bad.
Yeah.
So he's not angry anymore, but he's not doing well. Like technically.
So could you imagine, like back in the day, they're like, okay, King Ahasuerus, let's put this show together, and everybody who wants to be involved that doesn't get to like be with the women has to be a eunuch. And you can sign up for all these roles. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be a eunuch? Or what? Like what?
She could not get past
can't
the
get past
eunuchs
it.
all this time, and you just now know what a eunuch is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't understand why they make that choice.
A lot of them don't make it themselves, I found out.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of them are kids that are castrated against their will. I looked that up because I just was like, I want to know why they did this. Or becoming a eunuch was a common practice for men who would serve in the royal households.
Because the king wanted them all to himself.
Okay.
I feel like so anyone who served him or was around him and around the women
Men, yeah.
were a eunuch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people that chose it were for serving God and for spiritual focus.
I mean, that's kind of like a nun or
True. Or like
Yeah.
people who choose not to marry.
Not to marry, who are celibates.
Yeah.
The poor kids that
Don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I wonder if so that's interesting. I wonder if it's a cultural sense of power when you're not part of the kingdom. So like so like maybe a family would say like, we want you to be serving the king.
Yeah.
So we make this choice for you so that you can be something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like maybe that's a cultural thing.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of them.
What I love, though, is that a eunuch really wasn't like the focus at all of this day.
why do they have to say
it doesn't. It just says who he
And
is.
she is all in.
Why do they have to say it for every person every time? Oh, well, the eunuch. Why can't they just say, well, Hegai, or whatever his name is?
Hey, I thought you said. I thought you said, "Hey, guy." Like,
Hey, guy. You're the eunuch.
But they have to make it an announcement every time.
Yeah.
Well, this eunuch and that eunuch
Well,
and
he
this
needs
eunuch.
to be known as the eunuch and not a royal
prince
or someone high official, because I don't think that the officials were eunuchs.
No,
So it was very specific.
because they were with him, not the women.
and not the women.
Okay. Any other interpretations that are not
Okay, hang on.
genitalia related? I have like when it talks about it says, after these things, when the anger of the king had abated, he remembered what she had done and been decreed against her. Like, I wrote, let's make the big baby happy. And it annoys me that they do it this way. But then I thought about it, it's like Cinderella, like on a much larger scale, obviously. But it's like in that culture, it was actually probably an honor to be chosen as one of the women to be like presented that way. I mean, I don't.
Like, was she
I am
excited or was she scared?
Guessing
Like, oh gosh.
that
Yeah.
the parents again were like,
This
in
is good.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember, the stepmother wanted all of her stepdaughters, and
Yep.
Cinderella had to stay upstairs because she knew she was beautiful. But like, this was could be an honorable thing for the family, and so it's possible for us. This is totally countercultural. Like we would be like, oh my gosh, this is exploitation. Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But to them, it might not have actually been.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, again, a eunuch having a royal spot and maybe presenting your daughter is an honor. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. And it doesn't say that she was happy, but it doesn't say that she wasn't. So it's like, I don't know. We don't know.
But so much makeup.
There was a lot of makeup.
There was. And we'll find that out in the next one too, because there's so much that happened.
Yeah. I also put that Mordecai adopted her. And so my interpretation of that was she was his uncle's daughter. So they're cousins.
Cousins, yes.
Oh.
Which I always thought it was uncle.
I thought it was too.
But I think
They're
it is.
cousins.
That's what I have here is that it's her cousin that took her in.
Oh.
As his daughter. And then I also just wrote here that, so I wrote that he was from Jerusalem, from Judah, but that he's from the tribe of Benjamin, so which is initially a part of the 12 tribes of Judah. And so, like, being exiled and captive could have been really traumatic for them. And so I also wonder if that was a process in which she didn't have mom and dad anymore. Like, in that process. Obviously, she was born in Persia, but, like, how did that, you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't say what happened to their
parents,
parents either.
Yeah. Just that they died.
And she listened to Mordecai not to tell anything about who she actually is.
And the reason is because culturally, I when I researched that more, it said interracial and unbelievers, like being in a relationship was forbidden. So the fact that she was a Jew and had those beliefs and that nationality and background, she wouldn't have been able to go.
From a kingdom, not necessarily the king, but from a kingdom and past kingdoms that have conquered that culture and that town or whatever.
So I read in another version because I wanted to know what, like, women went into Hagai's custody sounds harsh to me. Like, his custody, that sounds like not...
Wait, say that again.
So it said, I don't have the words in front of me. It said, so when the king's order and edict were proclaimed, and when many young women were gathered in Susa, the citadel, in custody of Hegai. So, like, that sounds harsh to me. That doesn't sound like willing. Custody to me sounds like I'm taking you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, harshly.
But when I read it in another version, it said under the care of. So just that he was, like, responsible for them.
Yeah.
However, the research that I did said if they were not chosen, they were automatically a concubine. So they didn't go back, like...
They never went back.
No.
They were just there then as a concubine.
Which he calls them whenever he wants them to come.
Yes.
To them.
And there were hundreds.
Oh, cool.
I asked my husband, I said, hundreds? Like, what? How do you even accommodate that?
So, and it said, so, like, this is in the next, but, like, I did a little definition of concubine because I was like, okay, so, like, what actually is it? Yeah. And it just talked about women who were, like, the king's wives.
Yeah.
But had no status and nothing. They weren't,
like, physically his wife.
Physically his wives.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it.
What?
So now we're taking women and they don't get to go back home if they didn't get picked.
Yeah.
Which is...
Okay, I have a question.
Then the honor's gone now.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's my question. In the last day that we read, he spent the evening with these women, right? I'm pretty sure
that's the next day.
No.
Yes.
And then he narrowed it down.
I think you're skipping ahead.
Okay.
Because they're just being...
Yeah, because the edict or the decree just went out right before we went into this next chapter.
Yeah. So we'll get to that. Because I have that written down too, don't you worry.
Okay.
I will say my response to the cosmetics and food was different than yours. I'm like, makeup and food? I mean, okay.
Hey, I'm doing well.
Sounds fun.
What's your thoughts behind the makeup? Like
I just hate the whole thing. It reminds me of sex trafficking.
It does.
Let's pretty him up, make him smell good, give him all the treatment, and then parade him around in front of these men.
Which is interesting that we have so
Makes
many
me
laws
sick.
against all of the things that is happening in
Right, in the Bible
this-
times, yeah.
culture, because that doesn't happen. At least it doesn't happen here. I mean, legally.
Yeah.
But maybe it does other places. I don't know. I mean, I still don't know if it's a cultural thing, but
Yeah.
like, do princes and kings of places now have all of these things?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
We should look into that.
We should.
People do here, but they aren't going to tell you that.
Well, I said
Or they
legally.
take them from here to do that somewhere. So I did look up the 7 young women because there was also 7 princes.
Yes.
And it said as a symbol of perfection and rest.
Which is part of the virgin, the purity
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. She said,
Man.
I'm more mad on our next episode than I am right now.
Well, I'm starting to...
You guys cracked me up.
Stir
I'm
over
actually
here.
not mad.
I am. Who does this guy think he is?
Can I just tell you, I think I might have told you this story before, but you know, my husband and I got married very quickly, right? So we never dated. So there was a lot of things, and I was 20. So there was a lot of things we didn't talk about before we got married. And I know I told you this.
yeah.
I don't think I told you on the podcast.
Okay.
We were laying in bed one night, and he tells me that he thinks it's biblical to have more than one wife.
I remember you telling me this. Yes.
And I was so mad. He let me go to bed mad. He let me go to work the next day mad, and didn't tell me that that's not what he thought for 24 hours.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And I was fuming, so mad at him all day. I couldn't work the next day. I'm like, what have I done? So that this has triggered that again.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, you know what you did to me when we first got married. And he thinks it's hilarious.
That's terrible.
So any other observations or interpretations on this day?
Well, I think I'm good.
Do you? Do you think you're good? Just a little angry.
Oh. Do you think you're good?
The only words I did was citadel is a fortress. Abated means subsided. So his anger had subsided. And then harem is a Persian household.
I just did Esther's name. I can't say it. Hadassah.
Yeah.
Just a Hebrew name for Esther, symbolizing virtues like beauty, courage, and salvation.
It says that it means star.
Oh,
I saw that somewhere.
star. Interesting.
Like shining,
Like
beauty. Yeah.
Like a star.
Yeah.
I wrote down harem, which is part of the household reserved for wives and concubines. That's where you're going to find all the
That's
eunuchs.
what mine says too.
Okay.
And then decreed official order.
All right. Any cross references? Because my cross reference made me have a question that I wanted to ask you guys.
I actually do not have any cross references.
I have one. If I did this correctly, I think.
Okay.
Matthew 10:16, behold, I have sent you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
I mean, Esther was going into a pagan palace.
So mine, I saw Ephesians 6:1 on the list, and it's obey your parents.
Yeah.
Which she was doing. But then that has me ask the question, what is the fine line there between obeying God and obeying your parents? What if your parents are doing what he was doing and going against what he was supposed to do? Like, he was not being honest. Mordecai.
Oh.
Right. He was falsely presenting Esther as what she wasn't.
Right. And so she obeyed him, but she also was still that makes me think she was maybe a child, like a teenager. Because as an adult, if my parents would try to sway me to do something that I don't believe is what God would call me to do, I don't think that obey them applies the same way.
I would agree.
But even as a teenager, should it?
Because it says children
Obey your parents. Yeah, that's
Was she
true.
fearful of Mordecai?
I don't know.
I mean, if she knew that all she would have to do is say who she was to get out of the situation she was in,
She would have probably.
she could have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if she was uncomfortable, she could have just been like, I'm a Jew.
Peace out.
See ya. And they would have, well, I don't know.
It could
That
have
could have been
like
really bad for her.
consequences.
Worse.
So honestly, it could have been really bad for her that way too.
Yeah.
She was stuck.
But she didn't have to go when Mordecai told her to go before the king. Like,
Yeah. But she obeyed.
But she obeyed.
But do you think that children should obey their parents if it's like if they know, like what if a kid is a Christian and their parent is not?
That's hard.
I don't know the answer. But it says obey your parents in the Lord. What does that mean? I have more questions about that. I texted Carmen about it today, but she hasn't had a chance to get back to me yet.
So I think that that's a difficult place to be.
Yeah.
I would think that, I don't know.
There's a lot of sick parents out there that make their kids do things that is just unthinkable and nasty and gross. So that I'm sorry. Like it says in the Lord. The Lord wouldn't expect you to do things that is against, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I also think though, what are we talking about? Children, you know what I'm saying? Like age wise that are incapable of saying, no, I'm not going to do this because they don't know a difference.
Right.
But they could still know Jesus. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like there's like this fine line of,
I guess I'm
but
saying
if you're making that choice to know Jesus, like there's a fine line of knowing what's right and wrong. And wow, I guess
I'm saying when they're old enough, like she is.
Yes.
To be considered a child, but to have the understanding of what I'm doing is really against God.
Right.
So I don't know. I just don't know biblically, like how that command applies. I just thought I'd bring it up. I'm not sure.
So I guess the other question is it actually against God it would be lying. Is that what you're saying? Like they would be lying about their Jewish, like her heritage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless, she did it say who?
I don't think it asked though.
So, maybe
She just
it
said,
was like
don't say it.
omission. Yeah. There's a lot
If
there.
you don't ask, don't tell, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot there too.
Yep.
So
All
many
right.
questions.
I know I have so
it's
many
good.
questions.
It's so good.
All right. So I say we wrap it up for today with an application.
Boy.
Oh, well, my application goes with something I forgot to say. So it said daily Mordecai checked on her. And it makes me wonder if, he couldn't rest. Is she okay? I'm nervous. We're breaking the rules. Is everything okay?
Oh, I'm sure.
So my application was just, to be in the will of God. Because when you're outside of that, there is no rest. It's, worry and nerves and, constant. Mm-hmm. Is it going to be okay? Is it going to be okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is your application to hang out with more eunuchs again?
Oh my.
No.
So I would say that I feel like, So I'm just going to say, so some of the main points that I put down here really quick before the application kind of goes with my application. So even though God isn't mentioned in any of this, he has his hand in providence in this story, and his timing is everything. And so like, I kind of took that as like, am I willing to trust God's timing instead of rushing to act or speak? Am I find favor in instead of striving for it? Am I just being humble and obedient?
I don't even know, guys. The application is...
It's okay.
I don't know. Like, I just am frustrated with this man.
Yeah.
These poor women.
Yeah.
I also just wrote this last thing in here. Sorry. Don't be so frustrated. It'll be okay.
Well, why don't you close with whatever?
I have this written down, but I don't know why I wrote it.
Oh, write it. Say it.
Am I quick to help when someone's in need?
Yes, that kind of goes along with what I was going to say. That's a great application.
Okay. What goes along with it?
So my question was going to be to end this was, who in my life needs me to walk by the courtyard for them right now?
There you go.
And that is exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
Who needs me? And that's important because Mordecai was there the entire time and sat out there and watched for her, had her back. And whose back do we have right now? Thank you for listening to a production from Family Simple Media and the CSW Podcast. Follow, like, and subscribe at CSW Podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.